This year, when we went to Disney's Animal Kingdom, we trekked the Wild Africa Trek. I will be showing what we did and a few photos taken by the cast members during. I have skipped the boring bits and fast-forwarded others to keep this video as short as possible. But it's still packed with this awesome adventure.
That's better.
Oh look!
So important. I'm so much more than a hippo. Twist and an in. Now, if you can't do it, don't want to do it, are struggling with it, Hakuna Matata, no worries, you're on vacation. Dom and I are weirdly enough getting paid to do this right now. Panchita agrees.
Oh my
That's what
goodness.
a hippos, isn't that weird?
I've never heard of hippo actually.
Panchita.
Panchita.
Yes, we call her Cheetah. Because, you know, why not? Why not call a hippo that? She's one of our hippos from Mexico. She's got mezcal in there with her.
Ah,
Right.
nice.
We also have a tequila and a Ramona. And a nacho.
And a nacho.
And a nacho, yeah.
His name is Ignacio.
Ignacio. We'll call him Nacho because why not? Go ahead and give us another try or two and then put it back on your shoulder. Did anybody have any issues with it? Need a little one-on-one? Awesome. If you need help, please just let us know. We are happy to help. Or if you're with someone who can do it, do that as well. But please, when we clip you in and out of our systems today, please don't give it to us like that. I know it seems really helpful to come over and be like, all right, James, go ahead and clip me in. But look what happens after. You hand it to me and then your fingers get caught in there. Or my fingers get caught in there. And let me tell you.
I feel like Brenda already.
Yeah.
Already
Brenda, did you already test that out? Aww. Hold on. Was it this carabiner? Bad. Guys, please give it to us closed like this. This is a velociraptor, very scary, also wonky. Okay? Awesome. All right. And see if you said you want to participate in the training session. Now, just like any animal you probably ever met in your life, we don't always listen all the time, right? So we're gonna try. If not, we're here to learn as well. So what I'm gonna have us do, stick with your cruise. I'm gonna have you line up shoulder to shoulder. So someone wants to come down here and be my number one. Don't all come at once. I can count on you. Apparently they don't want to go meet a hippo, so that's fine. I just made them do what does the fox say, and honestly, I don't know who did it, but thank you.
You're good.
So we're gonna come around, double check your gear, friends. You can come on down. We don't fight too hard. He does, but not me.
What?
Just say yes.
Sure.
There you go. See? Once we come around, we're gonna double check your gear. Please don't manipulate it once we have. Please don't clip yourselves out of here, like you mentioned earlier on. That is our job. And last but not least, when we get in here, feel free to walk all the way towards the edge. But if you start feeling this like tail tug at your back, tails don't like to move, right? So take a half step back to alleviate that undue pressure. Now, I'm gonna start over on this side. I don't know what's happening over here. Good luck, Tom.
Just to the back real quick.
Good.
You look to your right, that's Hans.
Just the back.
Henry, his father's in here somewhere, walking around somewhere.
Well, there we go.
Henry is from Germany. So kind of went with the theme. Hans. So got two boys, Henry and Hans. Hans is 21, Henry's 27. And they live in this barn with the two girls you saw on underwater viewing. And they get to rotate between these two habitats. So at 1:30 we'll bring them in for their dinner. And that's when we'll then put them out on, and they get to kind of share these two habitats. We have 11 hippos total, so the other 7 live on the left-hand side of the safari ride in another river in a separate barn. And that river has 1 male and 6 females. So our youngest is Greta. She's Henry's daughter, Hans' sister. She'll be 2 in June. She's already over 1,000 pounds. And our oldest is Viviana. She's 48.
Over here.
So they live 30 to 40 years in the wild. Under human care, they can live into their 60s.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to interject for just a moment. I'm going to have you go after 6, so right here between these two lovely gentlemen. What I'm going to have you do, go ahead and take that clip off your shoulder, hold it in your hand, and let it close. Now, it's got to be on your left hand, but we don't want to sash, so we're going to do a magic trick. Darren's already so good at magic. Bring it around town. Put it in your left hand. I'm going to clip you on in. And then go, like I said, go after 6, but I'll clip you on in, and so we're going to find it.
I'll put with you and know who wants to come over to these 2 islands.
It's a
Sorry.
wonderful coexistence type relationship.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, the ducks are
There he is. Right there. Huh? Right there.
Yeah, so it's very
where the
clear
bubbles
aerial
coming up.
view, and sometimes they just disappear. For how large they are, Henry's our largest. He's
might not be.
3,900 pounds.
Yeah, it
Hans is 3,800. They're about 85 pounds when they're born, and like I said, Greta is not even 2, and she's already over 1,000 pounds.
No, because these things here.
And yeah, they're only at the bottom, so they're just kind of They can hold their breath up to 8 minutes. And when they're sleeping, it's an automatic reflex that they don't even have to wake up or think about it. They can just lift their nostrils out of the water, take a breath, and go back under. They're related to whales and dolphins because they kind of have that, you know. If you look across the way, they hollered straight out. That prevents them from climbing out. Hippos are scale. Gates between them and a female because they can climb right up and over that. But a lot of times they like their front legs on those
Actually, it's a little brighter during their mating season, and their wingspan can reach a length of 7 to 9.
water. If you're on the sand, they'll put a cannonball back in. Over again.
He's walking.
As you can see, they walk with their head down. They are grazers. They can eat 80 over tons of grass a night. And they use their lips to pluck all that grass so they eat it. They'll use their tongue to toss all that food to the back of their mouth, and they just chew with molars. All the teeth in the front are used for defense.
I was gonna say, while we're waiting, I know we talked a little bit about barn. Can you talk a little bit about what happens when they go in?
Yeah, so we bring them in twice a day. So we come in at 5 a.m. and that's the first time we ship them in. There's those back feet. So they spend their nights out in the habitats. The only reason they can off show is we have divers. Colonel Laura Science team actually comes and cleans our river system once a week. So that's one time we have to clear them from the exhibit. But yeah, we bring them in at 5 a.m. where they'll eat their breakfast. So we feed them hay. Dry birthday grass. Actually gets right in. Eat their hay. We'll come out clean it. Come out and set it up there.
He's here.
That's when we do all the training and all of our kind of dental work on them. Their teeth in the front are usually right. You'll figure it out.
Feed them fish as well.
So in the wild, all those teeth,
Maybe during mating season, it has a pink spot that shows up on its back. Almost like it's blushing how precious it's Now that pink spot is not going to be their feathers turning pink, but it's actually going to be the skin underneath
So
the
we do that
feathers.
for them. We do voluntary touch times. So we can ask them to open and hold their mouth.
These pelicans are colonial nesters. They're going to nest in groups of 20 to 25.
I was gonna say, it looks like you've given us a drive-by, so let's get head on out. We'll keep chatting as we go. If you want to change your right to left, of course, we'll keep chatting in our way on.
Except that if he shows up, I can't pay him because he's too late from when I queued him, so I don't want to be forced to come over. But yeah, so we do all their dental work. They're trained for a toothbrush.
Ready. And to do that, we take our name tags off and hold them in our hands. They have a tendency to jump off, and we number one, don't want our animals to eat it, and number two, it's really bad advertising if people drive by on safari and see Lisa on the wild Africa. Oh no, she get eaten. Not a good day. So in your harness pocket, if you have a phone, we are going to ask you, don't do it yet. If you have a phone in there, your name tag doesn't go in there. If you have someone in your party, find someone who can be your name tag holder. James, do you have? Perfect. Excellent. Do you have a name tag holder in your crew? Anybody in your crew have it in his pocket? If not, if everybody in our crew has name tags, we can be your name tag holder.
Thank you.
You have nothing in here? Put it in there, dude. Awesome. All right. So what we are looking for is no name tag to be in with a camera, okay? Or both, however it may be. The idea is we would like you to take some photos while you're out there, have lots of fun. We just don't want you pulling that phone out and your name tag with them, okay? The Don's already starting some double checks. I'm gonna head up to the top. Once you guys have been checked, you can follow me. Just don't follow me all the way because there's not a lot of room for all of us. Double check.
And you are good.
Yeah, but I was going to walk forward.
Double check.
No.
No. All right, Tyler. Back. And you are good. See?
Oh, great. Tons of stairs. This ain't good with tons of stairs. Go again. There's only one way, but up and across. At least it's not a zip line.
Yeah, but it's a zip line over here.
Yeah. Careful. Watch your step. Here we are. Oh yeah, that's the hippos there as well. Oh no, that isn't a hippo. Thought it was. Come on.
Alright, how you playing Tetris? Let's see, I'm gonna have you two and you kind of sneak in this little corner over here. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna have you guys start sneaking this little nook over here as well. There's two of you and one next to you. Perfect. So make sure you're behind the yellow line, away from those footprints. If you want to go one step back. There you go. Perfect. Awesome. I'm gonna have some of you kind of come over here. So fill on it a little bit. Perfect. Just make sure you can kind of see the area right in front of me. Excellent. We got most everybody. Perfect. Alright gang, go ahead and take that clip off your shoulder. My friends in the steps, you're okay there. We'll wait until Dom comes up and uses his lightning lane. And he's gonna come right here below me, which is why I left his space. So we'll kind of adjust as we see in a moment. Awesome. If you need help, remember he'll be up here momentarily. You can leave it closed. And if you haven't had any water while he's chatting with you guys about what to do, I'm going to recommend drinking some. We do have a water refill on the other side of the bridge. It's also very warm, and this is the place where you will be in direct sunlight, so please hydrate. My friends on the stairs, if you guys will come up to at least the top stairs so you can see Dom.
Come on up, Kathy.
You guys want to come into that top stair here.
Come on up. Come on up. Can you all hear me? Yeah? Good, good, good. Yay! Yeah, Kathy, go on ahead and come on up a little bit. I can't see it, nor can I see Mike. Also, did anybody realize that I said everybody's name without the name tags? Go me. Go me. Thank you. I have my little tips and tricks. Thank you. Thank you for the praise. Alrighty, so it looks like you all have those carabiners off. You need some help out, let me know. Our job now is to go ahead and get these carabiners up to Meg. She's living my dream. She's a giraffe now. Hey! So, she's going to go ahead and get us up these. Now, we're not going to throw these out there. It's a ton of metal. Attached to the cover. Alrighty? So we're going to work smarter, but not harder. Make this nice little system that Meg's in control of. And with an easy, squeaky, one-step carabiner. You don't have to do this 3-step in the process. Put your carabiner on, and that way, when she hoists up, that carabiner is going to go straight up to her. Now, like this, if it's like this, she hoists up, she's going to smack me in the chin. Alrighty? That's not fun. Alrighty? So go ahead. What is it?
You said it's not fun.
Not fun for me. It might be a little fun for Meg, but not for all of us. It might be fun for y'all, but if it happens to you, not so much. Toss it behind your head, or what you can do is spin, like a princess twirl, like that. Alrighty? Just make sure this monkey tail is behind you where it belongs. Now, as you can see, Meg's not doing anything because I'm in the drop zone. The floor will not open up beneath me. She's working with a lot of gear up there, though. If that pound of metal, if her finger slipped, that pound of metal is coming right back down on my head. I got this yellow line in front of me. What have we trained you all here to do with yellow lines here at Disney?
Don't go past it.
I say, stay behind the yellow line. Don't cross that yellow line. Well, I'm gonna break that training.
Take it to the mouth.
Stick it to the mouse. We're gonna go ahead and cross it. Once you cross it, as you can see, make sure to work her magic and put me into the system. You might feel some tugging on your back, but it's just a free complimentary wedgie you're getting. You're welcome. Not many things are free here at Disney, but I wedgie those stuff. Just stay on this side of the yellow line until you hear these nice magical words.
You're all clear.
I'm all clear. You can go ahead and take this step one back. Alrighty. Now, she may not be ready for you to cross this bridge just yet. As you can see, I cannot open it up. When she is ready for me, she'll pull on the silver pin, and then I can open up the gate. Please, please, please take a step back and then open up the gate. Don't like open it up halfway and try and parkour around it or come in underneath here. As you can see, people didn't listen to me. And they smacked their head on this tower. Don't leave your mark on this tower, alrighty? Line the gate up with the yellow line. It's dual purpose. It's really nice. It's so fancy. Make sure you close right behind you once you do cross, okay? That way Mike can go ahead and lock it up, and then she can start clicking the very next person. Sounds good? Alrighty. I'm going across the bridge first. 1, to test it out for you. 2, I have the camera. So I'll be taking pictures of you all after you cross this bridge. Now, just as Meg said in the very beginning, we love candids, okay? So that being said, don't smile at me and stare at me the whole way. That's creepy, okay? But at the very end of the bridge, I will stop you and pose you. That way I can get a nice profile picture for you. At that point, you can look at me and smile at me. I want you to do that, and we can get a nice photo, okay? After that, you'll meet me on the second tower, and then I'll send you across the third bridge. There's a second bridge. There's 2 bridges. Only two, not 3. There's only 2 bridges. At the very end of that will be the third tower. There, you'll find a friend up in a crow's nest, just like Meg. Her name is Miranda. She is a guy just like us. You hear a voice from above. It is not your conscience. It's just Miranda. She'll be taking pictures of you all and of you. Sounds good? Alrighty, Meg's got some more riveting safety information to go over with y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get myself set up. I'll see you all on the other side.
Everybody say bye, Dom. Bye, Dom. Nice knowing you. Good luck. Awesome. All right, gang. As he is heading out, I want to point out 2 really fantastic things he is doing. Number 1, he is moving in the correct direction. That way. Okay. Toward my bridge. So please maintain that forward motion. When the person in front of you stops for the clothes, it's a really great time to stop. Grab a couple of clothes. Okay. While we're out there, I also want you to watch your step. Dom is doing a really great job with that, making sure he's not falling through the boards. If you're too busy voguing or vlogging or whatever it may be, you miss a step, and that's going to be a really fun addition to your life. So watch your step there. Those bruises hurt. Ask me how I know. But Dom, double check your gear. Please don't manipulate it. Y'all are great. I don't have to worry about that, but I still legally have to tell you. We also are going to ask that you don't try to treat it like a zip line, so don't put or lean in it, even if you're trying to be goofy to deploy it, and then I'm going to call the fire department to rescue you. So be great. Y'all are great. Other than that, we are going to ask that you maintain about a half of your distance between you and the person in front of you. That's a really big deal. Number 1 for your safety, but probably what you actually care about is for your photos. Unless you want to photobomb someone or someone wants to photobomb you, you want them to know. Okay? Do I have anyone here who is not yet 18 years old? That's what I figured. You get to go second in your crew or third. You can't go first. I'm so sorry to break your heart. Not your my apologies. Be 18. How old are you?
15.
Yeah, you got some more years. So, I would have given you like 17, but made you feel better. That's good. That's because of this, isn't that? Oh yeah, very manly. Awesome. All right, gang. Well, speaking of people going first, anybody want to be my first victim and volunteer?
I will.
All right, victim. I mean volunteer. Come on over. I like to call this how close attention do we pay attention to Dom? So far, so good. We're gonna go somewhere. That's there. We go. We're sticking to the mouse. Take a teeny shuffle forward. There you go. Thank you for understanding what a teeny shuffle means. I've told people to do that, or like take a baby step and then like a 3-foot step. I said, what babies are you meeting that have feet like that? Don't move. You move, I knock you in the head. And I like you guys, and I don't want to give you guys concussions. Then I gotta fill out paper. So that's not fun for you. Awesome. You are all clear, my dear. You did perfectly. Go ahead and take that gate, pull it towards you, and then close it behind you so we can send our friend out after you. Like we're covered. That's the big old one. Wonderful. Now, gang, I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself. I do want to hear that a little more times in your ear, but keep that earpiece in. Get on that. Keep that earpiece in case you want to tell you, like, I don't know, there's a baby hippo on him. Something like that, okay? All right, you going next? Hello. Oh, you are willingly do the one-handed. Oh, you can do. I'm impressed. I cannot do that one-handed, and I've been here 7 years. Awesome. All right, give me a quick inside. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're doing great out there. You're doing great out there. All right, you are all clear, my friend. You're do Perfect. Close that gate behind you. Perfect. Stop feeling your cold.
Terrible. Fucking terrible. Look at me. I feel like I'm gonna fall anyway. Right over the land. Right over the land. Bye bye van. Could you stop it? Oh. Right over the water too. How lovely for me. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. James is ready to go. He ain't gonna like this. Hip wobbling. And his height. I don't know. Is he scared of heights? Maybe. This don't feel right.
Keep going into your hat. Touch that back wall for me. Keep going. Keep going. You're good. You're gonna follow the rest of these black arrows. You're gonna take some wide inside phase turn. And then you're gonna hang out right there at the very beginning of the next bridge. You'll keep coming. Hang out right there for me. I'll let you start going, okay? So this is a great spot for your coming out, okay? Very positive. There's Mum going very, very slow. There's the thing. Nice. We're all good to go. God, this is what she's walking over. Oh, a hippo. Yeah. One more. One more. There we go. Okay, this is still the hippo zone. That's it, look at it. He said I'm good to go. Well, I don't like to go because it's boing, boing. Oh, here you go, here's a crocodile. Navigator. I like to pull onto the handle at the same time. But look at that. The sun. The sun. They're all looking. Here's the hippo. There's the crocodile. 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 Perfect. Almost missed that set. Look at this crocodile. Yes. That's brilliant. It looks like it's just fallen off this thing. He's got his mouth open. Means he's cooling off. Cooling off. Look at this one. There's one there. Let's try and get. Perfect. There we go.
Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just like always. Oh look, there's another one there. He looks like he's just fallen off the cliff.
Alright, if you want to stop right there, I'm going to take your picture with that crocodile there.
Lights that time.
This one?
No, you're good right there. Perfect.
Oh,
Alright,
right.
you come here. I'm going to take a couple. 1, 2, 3. We'll do one more. 1, 2, and... Very beautiful. Alright, come on through. Go ahead. Open up those ears right behind you. And then wait right there for me. I'm going to snap your photos real quick.
Here he comes.
5 to 90. And only a small percentage of them would actually make it out in the wild. About 2%. However, in nice perfect we don't have space for 99 Alright? So, that's how we play it. Also, it's a bunch of boys. Bunch of boys. When you throw
Turn it for me.
There you go. Keep on walking, Lucy. Keep on coming. There you go. Keep on walking, Tyler. There you go. Keep on walking, Taylor.
Whoa.
Keep on walking.
Being redirected to the website. Look at me. Oh, I also got this bottle. Oh, lovely.
Alright, friends.
We got Caitlin here. Caitlin is a fantastic driver, and for us, I mean, I think I trust you enough to not wear this. Yeah. Where was it yesterday or the day before? I don't know. One of these days. You seem trustworthy. Awesome. All right. We'll wait for the rest of our crew to get here. Perfect. Awesome. You guys can come fill in a little bit over here. We're gonna let Dom sneak through. There you go. Yeah, just be careful of this.
So right now is going to be the picture of the Great Rift Valley over in East Africa. It just happens to be on the west side of property. After your snacks, we'll be going to the East Savannah, which is the picture of the West African bush, which just happens to be on the west side of property. East side of property. Directions are a lot of fun. See, she can tell. I just get confused. What's right? Yeah, exactly. It's opposite then, kind of. Not really. Maybe. Who knows? Those breaks in those chains though that we just passed over, those actually will go ahead and separate out our different ecosystems. So when we pass over them, you're venturing into a new area on the safari. So we just passed over them, and we are now in our West Savannah. So a lot of our animals are native to that, you know, that grassland ecosystem where they're going to be trying to find their best, do their best to find some shade out there. So it looks like a lot of them are probably in those shadier areas. But I do see a tinier animal right over there. It's going to be our springbok. Now springbok are going to be the third fastest animal in the world. What is faster than them though?
Cheetah.
Cheetah. So do you think cheetahs are going to be the ones that are hunting them? Not here, yes, but out in Africa, yeah. So a lot of our free-roaming animals that you see, they're going to be our prey animals that we have. We have one predator species though.
Oh, look,
The driver's
coming
side.
over.
They're all going to be huddled up in the den right over there. It's going to be our African painted dogs. So as we pass this rock, we see them right over there. They are actually going to be the most successful hunters in Africa. However, they are still dogs. Yeah. Right? Does anybody exactly? Does anybody have any dogs at home? Yeah. What do they do for most of the day? Exactly. They do that. Same software, just bigger hardware. That's all. But they're going to be, even though they are sleeping a lot, honestly, that's what predators do. Like the crocs, you saw them not really moving too much, right? They're trying to be as efficient as they can with the energy that they have. Predators, they never really know exactly when their next meal is coming. So that's why you see them kind of just using their time efficiently, sleeping a lot, finding a shady area, and just taking a rest before they actually need to do that hunting. So that's what our predators will be doing throughout the whole day anyway, because the instincts are still there. Still there. But we did pass some of our side giraffe right over here. We have our Patterson's elands that you see over there as well. They are a antelope species you're going to find out in Africa, just like the sable antelopes you see in the back. This very dark brown antelopes that we have over there. but they're going to be the biggest. Now, a lot of antelope species, yes, a lot of antelope species, they will jump like very, very high in order to escape their predators. They can do the same thing. They're over 1,000 pounds. They can clear this truck if they wanted to. Yes, they have very, very strong back leg muscles, so strong that they're very, very tight. As they're walking, you will be able to hear their tendons. As gross as the sound, it's actually really cool. Kind of just go back and forth between their legs, and it just produces a clicking sound. It's their tendons. That's how strong and how strong they are. Because they're so tight. They're so tight. But yeah, we also have some more zebras as well, right behind the bush. I saw it. I saw its butt.
I saw it.
Yeah, you saw it? There you go. I'm not crazy.
Backside,
I'm not
backside.
crazy. Unless Brendan and I both going down.
Visual hallucination.
Yeah, there we go. But those are our mountain zebras, so you're gonna find them out in Africa as well. The grubbies that we saw a little earlier on our safari, they're gonna be the biggest species of zebras, but also the most endangered species. Mountain zebras are actually gonna be one of the smallest, but you're gonna find them kind of in the rockier areas, obviously hence the name, mountain zebras. Their hooves are a lot smaller than grubby zebras, and so are their ears, but their stripes are going to be a lot bigger, a lot thicker. Oh look, our giraffes are sitting down. You really won't see giraffes sitting down out in Africa.
The best girl.
This is my favorite.
And mine. It's because we have good taste.
Yeah, we're doing just a slow roll here though. Yeah.
She said, please
So
get my
this
clothes.
giraffe right over here is my favorite. Her name is Mara.
That's because she's the best.
I love her so much because she's chaos incarnate.
She's like, oh, me down?
Exactly. She's like, do I want to injure my way out in the middle of the road, block this whole path, making sure that they don't get to that cold water in time? No, Mara, stop it. But she caused so much chaos one day back in 2019 that she actually stopped the whole safari ride for the entire day.
Oh my gosh.
So, I did mention very briefly when we were in the aviary that we have breeding programs for a lot of our animals, with the weavers especially, but also with our giraffes. So we have a breeding program with our giraffes. We had a male here, his name is George. He was a very avid conservationist. Did a very good job with that breeding program. So much so that he's not approved to breed anymore. And neither are his sons. Yeah, his sons are not approved to breed either. But when he was breeding, he did do a very good job. Back in 2019, it was a very big year for us. We had 6 baby giraffes born all in that 1 year. Our first one, his name is Jabari. It's actually Mara's son. So again, Jabari is not approved to breed. Now, giraffes are pregnant for about 14 months. Quickly before I finish this story. Those animals, those are called Nkoli cattle. They're actually domesticated. So they're the only domesticated animal you're gonna find out in our West Savannah. A little later, we're gonna see another one. Again, after your snacks, though. After your snacks. Do a slow roll down here, Caitlin, and then we'll go straight to the boat. I'm gonna put a pin in that. Oh, speaking of Jabari, there's Jabari right over there.
Hey, Jehovah, here.
That's Jabari. But if you look right over here, we do have our elephant habitat right over here. I want to see if we can see Stella. All right, did she get recalled?
So Jason said, and this is from this morning, apparently it was Stella Luna and Nadira and Kianga out here later. So I don't know if she's out here still.
I want to see.
That's Luna. There's
Stella. There she is. Yeah, she's still out here. So
I don't
as
know.
far as I'm aware, this is like her first day being introduced to the rest of the herd. We kind of do that to mimic their like natural behaviors that we're gonna find out in a while. And it's about time. She's like I said, she's 6.5 years old. So it's about time that she met, Kianga and Basha. Obviously, she's met her older sisters, Mila and Jira. But it's high time that she spent some time with our other females as well. Because out in Africa, they're going to be learning from a variety of different sources, not just their mother, but also their grandmother, their cousins, their aunts. They're going to be learning from all these different sources. So we want to mimic that here as well. And that's also why you see our big man on hippos, Mac, right over there. He is like the leader of our bachelor herd as well. So males, typically you'll find them out in Africa, kind of on their own, but they will form bachelor herds as well of just all males. That way the younger teenage males can learn to become adult bulls as well. So Mac has taken our 2 young boys, Savo and Jabali, under his wing as well. So that's pretty cool. So again, we try and mimic that as best as we can out in the wild. But when taking the pin out of that story with Jabari and Mara, giraffes were pregnant for about 14 months. A week prior to their due date, we can kind of guess guesstimate exactly see how long that will be. Week prior, we're gonna call them back into the barn, which is right over there for our giraffes. That way they can give birth in a nice controlled setting. However, you see that bend right over there in the road? That's where Jabari was born. The day before, Mara was supposed to be put back into the barn. So she decided not to. Oh yeah, she was like, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We'll do this right here, right now. So Jabari, it's really funny. He's the only giraffe that's born on the streets, and his name means brave one, which is hilarious to me because, in my opinion, that's Mara. Mara was.
He's also a big old chicken.
Oh yeah.
He's like the wussiest baby. I feel all love in my heart, but he's not a brave one.
Oh yes. I still love him though. He's actually got the most perfect looking ossicles in my opinion. They just go straight up and they're very parallel. Unlike his mother's, which one of them actually jumps back a little bit. Like a joystick, so it's really funny. But some really cool stuff when it comes to giraffes. There's actually less giraffes out in the wild than there are elephants. Giraffes are actually going through what's called a silent extinction. And a lot of living organisms actually do rely on giraffes. Like for instance, the knob tree acacia plant, they're actually only pollinated by giraffes. So giraffes are actually pollinators. They're actually the world's biggest pollinator. The Giraffe Conservation Foundation is actually a conservation project that Disney does work with. I did mention at the very beginning that we do a lot of conservation work, right? It's part of our accreditation. We do that through the Disney Conservation Fund, and we support a lot of different initiatives. Giraffe Conservation Foundation is one of those initiatives. So we'll be talking more and more about that. But we did make it to the food and to the water. So welcome to the Boma platform, everybody. Boma is Swahili for safe space. For a lot of people, that means restrooms. It's these two inner doors that you see right over here. Alrighty? They're labeled men and women, however, they are single use. So if one is occupied and the other one is vacant, just give a nice knock. Be courteous. You can go ahead and go on inside. Alrighty? I highly recommend that you all wash your hands. However, there's also some hand sanitizer right over there. They are very, very smart. Too smart for their own good. I hope he recognizes me in the fact that I think he does. So
Naughty.
Personally, I have not had any issues.
I find it odd how the giraffe's sitting down though. Maybe it's like a normal thing around here, but...
Okay, cool. I could not read. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. We made the honey out here. Gotcha. Hey, well, we don't want you to get it because it makes me chuckle because everybody goes, oh, no honey for you then, but then they'll give it to him, so I can't give him a kiss later on. Yeah.
Brenda.
And if he gets it on his fingers, if he goes, hey, Mum, have something to eat, and then I give him a hug or something. Yeah, thank you. I like it. I prefer you not to do it. Yeah, so would I. It's not like I have to be here yet. You see me
All of the shrimp.
No funny, no.
Awesome. And gang, as we bring your tins around, you feel free to start opening them up. I'm about to go over what we've brought for you.
Let's see.
So if you want to go ahead and start settling in, opening up your tins, time flies up here, so let's let you guys know what you're eating first. And then you guys can share it.
Let's not pick that up.
All the different things that, different restaurants, out of Holland, they call it citrus juice. At Chosen, they call it, Fort Wilderness. I can't say Chosen anymore, they drifted away from me. They call it moonshine at the Fort Wilderness.
Out there, it has that purple flower. It is a dendrobium orchid, which is actually edible. So if you've ever wanted to get a flower, your time has come, my friend. Now, under that flower, you will find a bamboo spoon that'll help you eat a lot of the foods that we have there. This, when you are all done, is kind of that one exception. We're going to ask you to leave that spoon out because we do process and wash them separately, okay? Now, as far as your food is concerned, you have some mozzarella pearls with prosciutto. You're going to have a mix of like different pickled vegetables, so olives and pickles are kind of the prominent number there. We're also going to have a house-made garlic and hummus, which is delightful. You're also going to have a little wrap package. It's a house-made granola bar. That has lots of delicious stuff in there. What's really cool is that package is wrapped, so if you would like, you are more than welcome to take that with you, but everything else has to be eaten before we leave. Since that's wrapped, you're good to go. On the bottom, you're going to have rotisserie chicken wraps with herrera, aioli, avocado, watermelon radish, all sorts of goodies there. You're also going to have a tandoori shrimp with betta and marisal, which is a tomato cucumber salad. And then last but not least, you're going to have a mix of seasonal fruit, usually in like a simple syrup or something like that. Any questions about anything, my friends?
Do you have any extra spoons?
So instead of the granola, because it may have had honey in, I got straight M&Ms apparently.
Two. Where they must have, oh, and you didn't have the granola bar, you have the little brownie, the cookie there, I guess really is what it is. Any questions about anything? I'll say everything else is just the same. Nope. Weird, I didn't know honey was on, well, I guess the shrimp is probably the, I don't know, I guess they don't consider shellfish fish.
Just because they don't like fish, so I just had to make it easy. Yeah, I don't like olives.
Alright, so
No. Pickles, no, I'm right, thanks. Pickles, olives,
here's the wrap,
and something else.
and then you eat it. Really good. This in there is good.
Mozzarella balls.
Mozzarella, give me some. Mozzarella. Oh, I'll take that back. I mean, give that back. And then carrot.
Onion.
Quite cool up here, really. Get to eat dinner or eat food. Won't go too much on it. And then you can see a giraffe right in the middle there. And then there's Humphrey right there. And there's a few over there.
Yes, you hold on to the name tag like you're doing, perfect. And then you can chuck it over, water a plant, pick your favorite.
Mum, that's not a plant, that's a tree.
Ooh, it's for the plant. Did a minute ago? Sprayed. Yeah, he sprayed out the back. If you ever meet a male rhino, do not go by their back end. But one of the ways they can mark their territory is by spraying out the back. Now, you'll notice he is very intent on smelling that ground. He is not eating. What do you think he's smelling? Yeah, the spray. Yeah, all the other poop and the pee that has been there. That is what we call a rhino midden. It's basically a place where all the rhinos use the restroom. Like that, thank you, good job. That is why you stay from behind a male rhino. Like 6 to 8 feet out behind. One. This is actually pretty special. So Jow and Milo are the only two rhinos that can currently go out with Dugan. Dugan has been a very good breeder male. I know we talked about those species survival programs earlier on. We can't just throw them all together and be like, I'll have all the babies, because we'd love to. But it's not great for genetic diversity, and we also would very quickly run out of room. As it stands, even with those breeding recommendations, even with kind of like, you know, giving him a chance, we ran out 3 rhinos in. He got 3 of the girls pregnant. We said, yeah, we're out of space right now. And so this is his middle child. This is his youngest son. And what's really cool, Jaw's got a pretty neat story. She is the oldest female white rhino to ever successfully give birth. And what's really interesting is the SSP was like, oh, we'd really like Chow to have a little one. And we're like, we would also like Chow to have a little one. And so our science team got on it and they're like, well, why isn't she, like, what's going on with her? Like, why has she never had kids? And so they did all these studies and realized that she was cycling improperly. This may be a very cute moment here. Milo and Dugan get along very well. In fact, sometimes mom just drops him off with that and says, he's your kid now, have fun. So he may just kind of be looking and being a little cautious because he does respect the girls. Despite the fact that he is bigger than both of them, probably combined, he is still very good. But Milo loves to play with dad and loves to hang out with dad. So he may go over, or you may just add to the midden, buddy. Good job. We have the front row view. Oh, really? Right on mom's face? That's a call for it. I love the cameras all went down for that. Ooh, that's fair, yeah. So anyway, they really showed the cycling properly. So they did a hormone therapy. When the seems to be right, they brought them together, and lo and behold, tiny Milo. Would you get your face out of your son? Okay, now we're just smelling the right? That was it. We watched that happen, y'all. It's all good. But I am very excited, though, to say that these guys still get to hang out together, not because Job's learning English, but the odds of her getting, oh, look at you. She's like, wait a minute, you know, that was beautiful. Happens, right? Now I will say, Boop is, you gonna go to dad? This is me hoping, are you gonna chase him away? Oh yeah, see, look at that respect. He's like, never mind. He's a very good boy. He's just like, hello, we friends? And she's like, yeah, but only so much. But anyway, the odds of Joe getting pregnant again without assistance is probably slim to none. But our keepers and the SSP said, if it happens, we would make room. But as far as genetic value goes, because he is one of the few, he's one of 3 that his father has had, and the only one that his mom had, his genetics are going to be highly valuable. So when it is time for him to have kids, very gentle and respectful. Oh my god, I love when they're on there so much. So you're probably like, man, why the heck are we looking? And then you're in George goes, right? Anybody have a guess? Why the heck are we looking at that here? So this is supposed to be the warmest post, but it also shows 2 things. Number 1, it shows you just how close to people, how people out in the remote parts of Africa, how close they are to wildlife, right? And we didn't really see any of our cats. Cats are pretty sleeping a lot of the day. And if we had seen like a lion or a cheetah really well, would you have been excited about that? Yeah, right? I don't know about you, I love cats. I'd be like, oh my gosh, look at the big kitties. Very professional, I know. But if you were a farmer who raised goats or sheep or cows, would you be as excited to see those lions?
Probably not.
Probably not, right? Why? Snacks, yeah, they quite literally would come and get your goats. So, what's really interesting is that conservation has really shifted away from like going over to Africa. I mean, like, lions are so great. You gotta stop hurting lions. And we're like, that's great. But they keep coming and eating my livestock, so I have to get rid of them. Well, I'm not gonna be able to feed my family, right? That's a really real problem that I feel like a lot of people who are like, I don't understand why they're hurting them. It's not, if you check your bank account like every morning, and every morning there was $100 less, eventually you're like, okay, but like maybe once was a fluke, but like I'm $1,000 in debt and I cannot afford to lose that $1,000, right? I've got bills to pay, I've got to feed my family, I've got to feed myself. And so what's really cool is conservation has shifted away from like going over and being like, lions are great, to how can we help you live in harmony with them? So the goats are kind of there because one of my favorite things, there's a program that we love in our team referred to as Dog Saving Cats. Really what it is an organization, there's a couple of them that do it, Cheetah Conservation Fund, Cheetah Conservation Botswana, who will ask farmers, like, hey, if something comes and gets your animal, you're going to ask that you do nothing about it. Instead, you're going to take a pledge, and what we're going to do instead is we're going to try to prevent that for you. And so what do we give them? We give them dogs. And so the dogs are very protective, and what might have been an easy meal, even though those dogs are very much less than a lion and probably equivalent to a cheetah, that food is suddenly fighting back. It has a guard now. I'm gonna go eat the antelope that is not trying to actively eat me in return. And as it turns out, that is really successful. So those animals are very much prized. It's a multi-million-dollar community, those goats. And so for farmers, they want to keep their goats. If we give them a way to do that, do you think they're going to be as likely to like go after those lions, especially when we're like, you cannot do that anymore if we're giving you this dog? Not so much, right? So conservation has shifted away from going out there and being like, lions are great, elephants are great, stop killing them. Because we're turning, as it turns out, those are people trying to survive, right? If I think of like pest animals in my backyard, it's like an armadillo has dug holes in my garden. Not the end of the world. It sucks if you step in and not paying attention, but it's not like life or death, right? But for them, it very much could be, right? It could be like, I can't feed my family anymore. That is death. I cannot go to a strip mall and apply to like Target, Walmart, everything like that. And so Disney, through our Disney Conservation Fund, they have raised money for conservation efforts for, 27, 28 years now. Raised over $120 million. Every single penny goes back to wildlife and wild places. Every penny gets doubled by Disney because we got the money to do that. And then what's really cool is here are 3 things they have to do if they want money from us. Number 1, you gotta show us how you're gonna help the animal. That's a no-brainer, right? Number 2, you're gonna show us how you're gonna help the people live in harmony, right? That's a big deal. You gotta help them out. And number 3, what kind of education are you going to give them? Because whether it's about living in harmony with them or taking care of the dog or anything like that, that's a really, really big deal. And so what's really neat is we just celebrated the 25th anniversary. We've given, thousands of dollars away over the 28 years. And so for the 25th, they want to do something special. They chose 25 individual groups we've already worked with, and instead of, I think it's like a $25,000 donation they usually get, which is a lot of money, right? But they decided they were going to give $100,000 to 25 organizations, and they actually did something pretty cool for CAST. We were allowed to vote on our top 3 favorites, so we got to pick our favorite, and those top 3 were going to get an additional $25,000. So really cool, really, really neat. So I like to say, yeah, we got theme parks and stuff, but we do a lot for wildlife. And I think Walt would be a big fan. He was big on conservation himself. So I think, you know, if he could come back and see this place, he'd be pretty proud of the legacy he created. Now, and not just for Mickey Mouse. Now, we are doing the hardest part of our tour, the re-entry to civilization. I'm talking. What we're going to ask you to do, gang, is go ahead, double check your seats as we head on out. Please make sure you have everything that we have given you, even if it's a cooling towels. If you don't want to use it for any reason, please don't leave them on the truck. We don't.